Agentic AI is actually not a new thing. If we look back at the definition of agents, agents are essentially programs that can act on behalf of humans or other systems. There has been an interest in agentic artificial intelligence for a long time. The recent boom in interest in agentic AI has actually been due to the empowerment of the agentic workflow via decoder architectures, or as they are more commonly known, large language models. There have been cases where large language models have been applied, either generic large language models or specifically trained to carry out activities and actions on behalf of humans. That has been leading to the recent surge in interest in agentic AI. So if we talk about RAG, which is Retrieval-Augmented Generation, so that has been one of the most interesting and most valuable use cases in industry. Now what RAG is built on is typically a couple of steps where documents or different kinds of data are embedded into embeddings, like vector embeddings, and they are stored as as a part of a vector database. Then when a user asks a query, the RAG pipeline essentially retrieves the most relevant data points and paraphrases them and then shows them to the user. Now where agentic RAG comes in is when there are more complex data that need to be searched. What that means is there are different sources of data. So it can be that the data is present in documents. It can be that the data is present in reports. It can be that the data is present in databases. It can even be that the data is present in multimodal forms such as audio, video, and images. Now to help all these, agentic RAG workflows have been created which enable agents to at runtime select the source of data and perform appropriate querying and retrieval such that the user queries can be addressed. So taking a step back, agentic AI is being used for multiple things, one of which is agentic RAG, like we just discussed. But then there are some additional interesting use cases where agents are used to extract data from documents or multimodal data. So imagine that you have a contract that needs to be converted from completely unstructured and human language into very structured formats. This work can be done using agents. Agents are also helping programmers and developers become more productive by taking on tasks of programming on behalf of the programmer. There is this very interesting case study that has come out from Amazon, wherein Amazon has claimed, and in fact Andy Jassy, the CEO of Amazon, has said publicly that agentic workflows have saved Amazon 45 years worth of development time. They actually utilized it for code-based migration, and that has been an extremely productive use of agent-based architectures coming out of Amazon. The industry typically moves where the use cases are, and some of the most valuable use cases currently with agentic AI are regarding development, are regarding document search and document intelligence extraction, and regarding retrieval of data, relevant data, in fact, for the purposes of reporting. So wherever these kinds of applications are present, agentic AI is going to be leveraged. There is an additional aspect that agentic AI has uncovered, which is enabling of more smarter robots and automation frameworks. So with agentic AI, essentially what is going to happen is a lot of activities that were previously being done by humans, either as desk workers or in factories, will become possible to be run via automated frameworks. the challenges that are currently being faced are simply due to the ecosystem being fairly new. What we are seeing is the tools and the frameworks that are there for agent-based AI are fairly, just coming out. What that means is the use cases that these agent frameworks enable, even they are sort of new. As we go ahead, we'll see better and more customized frameworks for enterprises and organizations to automate their workflows. So that's the first challenge. The second challenge has to do more with hallucinations. As you know, large language models are prone to hallucinations where they make up text. What is happening with agents is they are not 100% reliable due to the possibility of hallucination. A lot of industry workflows are deterministic rather than stochastic. So if it is a deterministic output that is required, that means that the agent has to produce reliable output every time it runs. As we get closer and closer to that fact, I think these problems will go away. So I think we are very early in the stage of agents, which means that businesses should look at it more from a cautious and exploratory perspective, just as with any other new technology. As with any new technology, I think industries and enterprises essentially should look at agents from a exploratory and cautious perspective. If there are use cases that are identified and are capable of reducing effort and automating certain processes, they should be prioritized for the purpose of using agents. If there are more exploratory use cases that are being thought of, enterprises should prioritize based on the potential value that the use cases have. I think that should be the way that organizations should think about agents. One aspect of an agent or an agent-based workflow is that you can tie multiple ecosystems together. For example, you can take a document from a data lake, pass it through your CRM for understanding your customer profile or mining a particular contractual data out of it, and then messaging somebody over their preferred mode of communication. So essentially, agents can tie these multiple ecosystems together just as a human would. In case there are disparate systems or disparate workflows in the organization, those workflows could be targeted for exploration whether agents can help solve these problems.